I love LRO because it is essentially a math machine in itself. It helps us make educated decisions and maximizes our revenue. It takes so many different components in the marketplace and factors each one of them in, and then generates a price that everybody can be comfortable with.
It really gets the granularity and just creates more of a proactive approach to pricing and revenue management. And so, you're able to pull out trends out of the market. As the years have gone on, they've really focused on their customer and they've increased their support teams. The products improve. It's great, but they've also provided a lot of visibility and transparency into the numbers and why they are and what's happening, and so that allows you to be able to take that down to your operations team and to your property managers and teach them.
I know occupancy is really stabilized on our properties, and I thought our revenues were doing well. So when I got my December numbers, I put them together and compared year over year, and we had a 13.5% year over year revenue increase, which was just, I'm excited because the product is just performing beyond expectations. Really impressed with the product, and my sites totally love it too. We average about $1,200, $1,300 a month per unit, and in the summer months, which is our high rental period, we're getting over $1,600 a month for the same unit. And I never would have thought I could get $1,600, but LRO did.
LRO has helped simplify our pricing, create consistency through 125 properties, getting us on board quickly through acquisitions, managing our occupancy during the disposition process. Their customer support is fantastic, and they throw a great conference.
It's been also helpful with the parameters. They're easy to do, some self-service that we can do as well, and then also reaching back to their customer service. Their support is great.
The experience has been extremely positive. We've gone through a lot of transition in the past couple of years, and LRO has definitely been a partner, and their integration into our organization has been seamless. And from our end, it's wonderful because we never worry about calling them for anything, and I know they work very hard on that from their end to make sure that all of our needs are met.
It works because it takes the guessing game out of putting a price on your rents. In the multifamily arena, the most important thing is to move your rents and to keep the occupancy high. And this has a special algorithm that does that. It factors in things that you alone couldn't do. It looks back 24 months, it looks forward several months, it looks at trends, it looks at comps, and they have the system built to do it. And it also talks to the PMS, which is the property management system program you use. I think what's helpful is they hold your hand for a really long period of time. So the implementation was easy. The extended customer service and questions that you wanted to ask were answered, even if they seemed far-fetched to them, but they were answered. They asked for your comments and feedbacks and what hasn't worked and what you still need help with and what could be improved. Most companies don't stop to say what could we do better, and they have here.
I came on to Holland Residential, and they were already with LRO, but the decision was made is that it was the best pricing program out there, best revenue management program that gave you the best results over a longer period of time. Some of the other programs that I hear about there, the pricing is very volatile. It's up and it's down, and but LRO seems to be, it's a steady stream, and I can understand why it's moving the way that it's moving, and I agree with why it's moving the way that it's moving. Mm-hmm.
One of the things that we've seen with LRO is that it's given us a basis for taking some of the emotionalism out of some of the discussions related to rent decisions. They are an outstanding organization to work with. They've been very friendly, very easy to work with, very responsive when we need them to be responsive. Their commitment to customer service is great. It really is.
We chose LRO about 3 years ago after we did a pilot of several properties, and we really liked that we had a revenue lift, and we liked the consistency of the pricing and being able to collaborate with our site teams while having some control from the corporate perspective of meeting our business objectives.
Initial reason that we went with LRO is that they integrate with our property management software, but it truly is the best product out there for revenue management.
The thing that it came down to for us was really the people. Ever since we started working with LRO, it hasn't felt like a vendor, an outside vendor. It's really felt like another team member, almost like an internal person. We always felt like we're treated the same exact way as all the big national companies, so that's something that we really appreciated. So the people was really the number one. A lot of companies say that they care about their customer and they want to hear feedback, but with the Rainmaker Group, they really mean what they say. They ask and then they actually act on things.
Oh, LRO does a number of things that works for us. One, it has increased our revenue by, oh my goodness, if I'm not mistaken, it's been 9%. It's done really, really well for us. The difference between how I was doing revenue management previously to coming on and getting on board with LRO is so much less work. I'm a huge fan of LRO.
LRO does the things that we can't do. It sees behind the scenes, it takes the information, it analyzes it, it puts it together and gives you a perfect pricing for that time and that space. We've had growth, we've not in revenue, have growth in our occupancy and growth as a company as a whole. So I believe that's a good sign for success in working.
Our company was an LRO pioneer, and we were willing to take that risk because we looked at the nature and landscape of our business and realized that there were other industries that were taking advantage of revenue enhancing products that our company and the industry didn't have at the time. And so we took the leap forward to say, well, if there's other companies that in industry that are successful in using a revenue management tool, like airlines and like hotels, then why can't we? And so it was a little bit of a risk, but we're very similar to hotels. And so the risk was small, but it worked out very well for us. I would say that all of LRO customers are definitely smart. However, the tool LRO actually makes us even that much more intelligent.
I find that everybody's extremely knowledgeable about the product. They're excited about their product.
They're great people. I mean, I've actually known a number of them for years, but they've got personality, knowledge, and a great product.